Hi everyone, I'm Hayley, and now that we are approaching the end of 2021, I wanted to share two stocks with you today that have done extremely well and have actually outperformed both Tesla and Bitcoin. Now, these two stocks are stocks that I believe will do well in 2022 as well. As always, a quick disclaimer, I am not a trained financial advisor, so everything I share today is just my own opinion and it's just for entertainment and information purposes only. Okay, so I think the first thing to do is actually to look at how Tesla and Bitcoin have performed over this last year. So I'm going to record my screen now and we can take a quick look at that, and then I'll share the two stocks with you. Let's take a look at Tesla first. Now, for this video, I will be using both year to date, which is the entire year to today's date, but I will also be sharing the price changes for 1 year. So that is from December 2020 to now, just so you can get an idea, because there's slight changes depending on which one I use. So I'm just going to show both. So let's firstly look at Tesla's price increase year to date. So we can see that Tesla is up year to date by about 23%. Now, if we look at the 1 year tab, we can see that Tesla is up by 38%. Now, this is fantastic. This has outperformed the market. Not that I advise trying to do that at all, but Tesla is a growth stock that's been performing extremely well. So with that in mind, now let's take a look at Bitcoin. I'm not sure why my screen's just changed, but let's take a look at year to date first. Over the last year to date, Bitcoin has gone up by about 70%. That is phenomenal. Excellent growth. And if we look at 1 year, we can see that it's up by nearly 117%. Again, that's phenomenal growth. You don't really see that outside of cryptocurrency. I did say that there are two stocks that have actually done better than both Bitcoin and Tesla. So let's take a look at them ones now. The first stock is Moderna, ticker symbol mRNA. And if you're a science geek like me, you will also love the fact that Moderna has the ticker symbol mRNA. Anyway, I'll stop boring you with my sciencey jokes, but Moderna, in case you didn't know, is a company that produced one of the COVID vaccines. If we look here at the Moderna stock, year to date, Moderna is up by 136%. And if we look at 1 year, it's up by about 91%. So that is absolutely crazy. The second stock to share with you that has outperformed both Tesla and Bitcoin is NVDA. Now, for those of you who don't know, NVDA has the ticker symbol NVDA, and it's essentially a technology company that produces computer chips. Put simply, they do way more, but put simply. Let's have a look at how they have performed over the past year. If we look at year to date first, about 113% increase. And 1 year, 110% increase. I appreciate that I've shared a lot of percentage increases there, so I'm just going to pop it up on the screen now, just so you can see how NVIDIA and Moderna has performed over the past year compared to Tesla and Bitcoin. Obviously, the prices change day by day, so these figures that I've given are just as of time of recording and they will change, but it's just so you get an idea. So now let's talk about why these two stocks that I've just told you about may do well in 2022. The first one we'll look at is Moderna. Unfortunately, the pandemic does not seem to be going anywhere and it's going to continue into 2022. So Moderna is going to be needed. It's going to be needed to continue to produce vaccines and potentially a booster as well. I found something interesting out when doing some research for this video, so I'm going to read that now. Moderna themselves have said that they predict that 2022 will be a better year in terms of their stock than 2021 has been. They predict that sales will be $22 billion in 2022 as compared to around the $18 billion mark that they have seen in 2021. Now, this is just speculation, but if this is true, and Moderna stock goes on to see a big increase, even more so than the increase it's seen this year, which as we just saw was mad, then anyone holding Moderna stock is going to see a phenomenal growth in their portfolio. Let's now talk about NVIDIA. So if you haven't heard, NVIDIA have their own Omniverse, which is kind of like a competitor for the metaverse that Meta, Facebook, are currently involved in. It's not a direct comparison, but you could view it as that. it is extremely likely also that the demand for computer chips is only going to remain the same, if not increase in the next few years. With more and more companies going digital and moving to the cloud and just keeping up with technology, there will be a demand for computer chips and perhaps even a demand that companies can't actually keep up with. If NVIDIA see this sort of demand and they can keep up with it through their supply, then they are going to be a very, very popular company. And that could mean, of course, that their stock sees big increases, perhaps even bigger than they saw in 2021. If you have any thoughts on the two companies that I shared today, let me know in the comments below. But thank you so much for watching. Give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.